Hey there, Internet. Keev here, and welcome to the CARSWITHKEAV YouTube channel. And what do we have before you? Well, it's the Clean by Pan the Organizer line. Now, the most requested comment by far recently is, are you going to try Pan's line? You can try the Clean line. He sent me all of these. I didn't pay for any of these, but no obligation to make a video, no obligation to do anything. He just wanted to know my personal opinion on what I thought about the product line. For me, it would be this and not the tire dressing. But since he wanted to know my opinion on it, and maybe many of you do, you'll see it from somebody who doesn't like tire dressing and who doesn't use tire dressing. The Dirty South in a bottle is back. It's been quite some time since I've really done any kind of chemical review, but Dirty South in a bottle really is just Georgia red clay. It's dirt from my backyard. Put it in a bottle and spray it on the surface really heavy. It creates that film that you would get if you were going down the wrong road in Georgia. I don't know about tire dressing. Really, I don't. I do know that this is solvent-based, which means it's going to last a little bit longer. Water-based tends to wash off in the rain and stuff from the research that I've done. This one, doesn't have anything added to it, which I like. There's no coloring added to it. There's no fragrance or anything like that. I'm simple. That's not what you need to clean a car. I know it's nice to have a smell. I know it's nice for, you know, the experience, but the experience for me, the smell and colors and all that kind of stuff doesn't do anything for me. Labels don't do anything for me. They are HDPE bottles, high quality bottle. Not too many people out there do HDPE. These are Talco sprayers as well. And what I like about them is on the back here, you have a hang for, you know, the back of your hand. So you get control. Plus you got 2-finger here. Some Talcos have 3 fingers. I don't like them. I like 2-finger spray. And then you get 2 fingers on the control. And the release point for the pull spray ends just before it touches my finger. So I got the control, I got the spray, I just got everything about it, plus the amazing spray patterns and chemical durability of a Talco. Next is the shampoo. This is a pH neutral shampoo. So not crazy touchless cleaning. This is your bucket shampoo, but also can be used in the foam cannon for pre-soak on a coated car that isn't very dirty. It's 256 to 1, so in a bucket, if you got 4 gallons in a bucket, it's 2 ounces of product. In the foam cannon, 1 ounce for good foam, 2 ounces for super thick foam. It does have high quality surfactants in it, so it does have cleaning ability. It's not just a foam soap. I'll tell you what I think it smells like. Obviously, this really doesn't have much of a smell. Dang, I cannot pinpoint that. Peaches? Pears? Or combo? Something like that. Like it's a nice scent. Next is the rinseless wash. He's very excited about this one as well, but he's also a very traditional washer. He likes the shampoos, but you got to have a rinseless in today's world. And I've switched to rinseless to a certain degree. And rinseless is going to give you that more efficient step because you go straight from the contact wash to the drying and you're skipping that rinse step. The lubricity and the polymers and everything that's in the rinseless washes and how they capture the technology behind how they encapsulate dirt and don't allow it to harm the surface while it's being wiped off is crazy good. No protection at all, no protection in the shampoo, which I personally like. I don't want anything in my shampoos or my soaps. I'm saying shampoo, I'm talking like Pan. You can use this many different ways, 256 to 1. Obviously is the big rinseless dilution, but you can also use it 128 to 1 for your waterless wash. This is a spray polish. No fillers, none of that crazy stuff, so you don't have to worry about dusting, you don't have to worry about anything else, and it also allows you to use this on any surface. You don't have to mask anything. You can go straight from the paint to the trim to the glass. I love that. Let me get the smell of that. Like, see, I don't care about this stuff. It just smells like shampoo. Like it, I don't know. Like, yeah, I am the wrong person to talk about, you know, smells and stuff. I would rather have mine smell like a blackened Cajun steak or something like that, or you know, rinseless wash. It just smells like shampoo and conditioner. With that polish after that, it's going to allow us to use some panel wipe. So we're going to use probably like an Eagle 360 or Eagle 300 or something like that. A couple sprays. We'll wipe the panel down to get all of the residue. He says ceramic spray sealant. So this is what you would consider a little bit longer duration spray. It's not a lot of spray waxes and stuff last a couple of months. They last maybe 6 months. He says it can last up to a year if done through the dry process. So this can be used 3 ways. You can use it as a rinse aid. You can use it as a spray on rinse off, kind of like quick beads, or you can use it as kind of a detailer method where you're going to spray a little bit on the microfiber and then wipe it down, come back, do your buff pass, and that's going to be the method that's going to get you the most durability. And remember that the surface needs to be prepped, needs to be deconned at the least. Once again, a very, like, it feels like I'm getting my haircut at the haircut place. Like the smells in there from all the chemicals they use to keep the hair wet and all that kind of stuff. The panel wipe, I didn't smell that. This is weird. I don't smell these things normally. Oof. That's got some stuff in it. So it's not as isopropyl alcohol smelling. There's a little bit in there, mainly probably for the flashing. It smells like it can clean pretty good. Now on your ceramic coatings, you have a 3-year and you have an 8-year. A lot of people comment on, hey, I don't care about packaging. I don't care about logos. I don't care about colors. You know, it's got a frosted bottle. I don't really care. You can see I'm just a very simple person here, but it does come with a nice pad that is lined on the inside with plastic that keeps it from absorbing further in and allows to keep the ceramic on the surface on the outside to let it last longer. These should be pretty easy. He does say they're a little bit thicker, so we'll see. We're going to use his method though. We'll do the crosshatch because that's what he suggests. Now in the garage right now, it's probably about 40% humidity because the air conditioner is running, and it's about 68 degrees. So it's probably perfect scenario for this. A year unopened, once opened 6 months, but when you open the ceramic coatings, put them in the freezer. Treat them just like alcohol. They won't freeze. Now on the spray sealant, you have about a 10-minute cure time before you can go out in the elements. Full 1-hour cure is at best. After 1-hour cure, you can go ahead and just do your washes. You don't have to worry about anything. On the ceramic coatings, 1-hour cure time to go out into the elements. 12-hour cure time to do a pH neutral car wash, which is great because a lot of people want to see that beading performance and they want to see how it works. They don't want to wait 7 days to wash, but after 7 days, then you can use your heavier chemicals. Tire dressing as well, 10-minute curing time for the elements, and you want at least an hour curing time. Now the Clean by Pan, the organizer line is available only at the House of Rags, and that's DIY Detail, that's Armor Detail Supply, Auto Fiber, Microfibers, and many other brands all in one place. You can go and grab a foam cannon. You can go and grab another brand, mix and match to get you that 150 bucks. Use that code CARSWITHKEAV, save you 10%. So let's not wait any further. So check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to testing.
Don't try this at home, guys. Oh yeah, look at that red.
So it's already been iron remover with a decontamination towel. And then we did water spot remover as well. So once this is done, we'll be able to go right into the polish. But look at that difference. That is the control strip. This is Hydrolite with the app polish. This is Hydrolite without the app polish from DIY Detail. That is the control strip. That has not have any coating at all. I guess if you really look at it, it's the difference in beading because the beads I sprayed with mist. So there's tons and tons of tiny little beads. But on this surface, they all kind of wanted to collect together and they don't have that tight beading. So when they dried as much larger clumps, giving this different coloration. And if anybody's wanting to know, this is a Rockler cart. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now with the shampoo comes a pop top, so you can pour. I don't have an ounce marker on this one, so we're just gonna go to 30 milliliters. It's a very concentrated amount because you're just going 256-to-1 in the bucket and you're just going 1 ounce in the foam cannon with this, but it's gonna mix a lot easier. The only gripe I have about Incredible Suds by DIY Detail, which is my favorite soap, is it's extremely thick and it's clumpy in the water and you have to really mix it up. Oh, that just like dilutes, but you can see it's got like it's clear in the bottle, but it's got this kind of murkiness to it. You see it in there, but it did not like accumulate on the bottom. It's just mixed itself in there. Beauty of the SV3, quick connect top, boom, done. But to mix around the tube in there with the weighted ball, you can get it to spin around, and that's going to help you stir it up without having to do the upside down shake. Inside the MJJC is a 1.45 orifice nozzle, so it's slightly up because of the performance of the 2.3. With the 1 ounce, it didn't get exactly the foam I was expecting, so here's with 2 ounces. That's more what we're talking about. It's not the most foaming soap that I've seen out there. I will say that this is the most clingy soap that I have seen, but it's not like clinging and not moving. It's moving, but it is moving as just an entire unit. Perfect coverage, not a break here, a break here. It's just this uniform pull down. Impressive. All right, let's rinse it off. We do have some left behind, especially in the control strip, but on the coated panels, most of it's gone. Now, maybe he knows me as like the value guy, but sometimes I splurge, especially something I think that the quality is worth it, like an Elay spray hose, spray nozzle. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's so good. But we're going to use this with right here. So this is the Colo mix, and this was designed for concrete mixing to allow for good dilutions, so they know exactly how many gallons. I have this 3-gallon set for these buckets. I have the water turned on. I just put it on the edge here. Now the bad thing about the Elay is it's a bit heavy, so it kind of wants to pull. So I just push the button. Just a second or two, and then that's got enough weight. It'll go. 1.5 ounces. Right there. And it can mix for me while I'm waiting. And that one's done. I move over to the other bucket. Now this is gonna foam up and overflow, but it's for dramatic effect. Actually, that was perfect, wasn't it? See how it mixed for us? It's all set up and ready to go. I love that thing, but it's $300. It's from Germany. German, I mean, it's quality stuff. Now, if you noticed on these are proportioners. These are for quart bottles. Pan's shampoo is the perfect consistency for this. Works perfect. Incredible Suds. I can't use this. It's too thick. You can get them for like $6 to $8 on a lot of websites. That's Garage has it for like $8. But if you don't have free shipping on it, you're gonna wind up paying 15, 20 bucks when you can buy these in bulk, 12 count, a dozen of them for 40-something dollars. These bucket dollies, $15 a piece at Walmart. Link below for those as well. These things work awesome. Had them for years. Rinseless wash. We have our Detail Co. Blue. Mix that up. We have a G-Technic mitt. That surface is clean. Like, it cleans well. Now we have our SPTA. We're gonna foam on. We put the dilution that was left in the foam cannon in here, and then we filled it up with water. This is just to give us a little extra lubrication for our mitt wash. We have a good amount here. We're just gonna go back and forth. Then we're gonna rinse this off, and then we'll do the rinseless wash side because I don't wanna contaminate the rinseless with any of this stuff to possibly leave any spotting or anything. To show the difference in the drying processes between these. Man, this is slick. And I gotta say, it is very clean. So on this side, we have the solar sprayer. A little bit of foamed out. There we go. Just gonna cover it good. These solos do so good at this. They spray amazing, and you almost never have to charge them. Take the sponge. You see how it's dripping? Just do a full squeeze, and there should be nothing dripping out of it. And then we just run with the sponge. And rinseless wash with these sponges is great because it keeps you from putting too much pressure on the surface because of how thick it is. It keeps you from making those mistakes by using your fingertips as a pressure point. The pre-wash, and I think a lot of that has to do with the hydrolyte and its dirt repellency, and the pH neutral soap did exactly what it was supposed to do, lubricate the surface for the pressure wash down. Previous coatings, there would have been dirt here. So I think we're gonna have to dirty this surface back up so we can show you how it releases dirt into the bucket. Just spray a little bit. This is definitely going to give some color. And now we can slick, like slick. But you can see there's a lot of red tinge around here, up here. Yeah, let's turn it that way. There you go. See all that. You can see we're clean. I don't know how this happens. I don't know what it is. There's science here. There's technology here, but it just does it. All right, so this is the Dreadnought. You can actually find this on the House of Rags as well. And you could use a rinse aid right here as well if you want. But most of these rinseless washes are so lubricating, you don't really need it. All right, so this window is in the sun. You can see all of this stuff on there. We're just gonna spray rinseless. Then we're gonna hit it with the sponge, wipe it around, clean it, and then we're going to let it dry so that way we can see what it does when it dries in the sun and how easy that is to wipe off. Ooh, that's dirty. Wow, look at that. And put it in there. This one might need a little, that was some nastiness right there. Might need a little more to it. And there you go. Clean. How does it do this? Now these blue ones, these light blue ones, they're going to stain over time. All right, you can see the spots are all dried up on the surface. They will come off, but it's best to just activate with a little bit more rinseless and then come back with your drying towel. See down here, a little bit on the paint was down here. Wipes right off. Very good. We have our Shimei EX620. This is a 15 millimeter throw. We have the DIY Detail medium pads. It works with whatever pad you have. So if you have a jeweling pad, a polishing pad, a cutting pad, it'll either cut, compound, or polish. And he says use speed 3 on your DA. He does not say dampen the pad. It says put 2 sprays on the first time and then 1 spray each time after that. Here we go. You can kind of smear it around if you want. And it's not even warm to the touch at all. Like the pad is, these waffle pads, they don't get as hot, and obviously this polish doesn't either. You see the surface was very clean because the pad is still clean. So we have our panel prep, just 2 sprays on the microfiber they said. I'll do a third just to make sure. And then you just wipe. The polish doesn't leave a lot behind, and this is designed to pull up the oils and all of that stuff and to evaporate and dry rather quickly. Go back. Oh yeah, that coating's gone. That coating's gone. I can feel it. So here is the side that hasn't been corrected yet. You can see there's those swirls. I'm moving slowly over into the polished area. See the difference? And that metallic just popping over here. We come back into the swirls. Well, I started this out before recording, but I wanted to point out, and I looked back and it wasn't recording, but right here is the beauty of the waffle weave pad. I was able to go from this over into this curved area, and I was able to get everything. Panels prep spray twice. You see how much is on the surface, how much residue. but it just wipes right off. Off. Oh yeah, the slickness is gone, but the paint looks so much better. All right, let's check the hydrophobicity to make sure the coating's gone. Yeah, that's gone. Versus this. So we need a low pile towel for our leveling. So we have a fluffy towel for our final buff. Always, always shake. Now on his instructions, it says a liberal amount on the pad. And then after that, a couple drops per panel. It's very thick. There we go. This is the 3-year. So first of all, already, it's very thick. So I'll start out in the middle. That way, because it's very heavy right now. And then we'll go and then do our crosshatch. So I'll start out in the middle. Yeah, that's pretty thick. And then I like to box out first. You can hear that plastic. And we'll go this way. Hope you can see the flashing in the camera there. And then you got a minute or two to let it flash depending on the humidity in the room. So you can see that flashing, that oily residue. I'm going to do my normal towel touch. If I touch it and it leaves an indentation, that means it's not ready. Wow, that is super slick. I don't see any flashing. They just took it right off. Wow, that was easy, easy. Now, do our light buff. Here we are installed, and just look at the gloss on that. You can see the difference. To me, there's definitely a difference in the gloss factor over here. So for those of you who like instructions, he has everything laid out here. And then he graces you with his presence. Look at that look. Look at that. Just so you know, you'll never see me doing something like that because that's not me. You might see a thumbnail with me doing that. Now we're on to 8-year. Here's that frosted glass bottle. Yeah, this is significantly thicker than DIY Detail 8-year or Hydrolite. Like Hydrolite and 8-year, they pour out of the bottle. Now it could be the applicator top, but it feels thicker. But I think I got plenty. I'll know when I touch the middle of the panel. Oh yeah, that's plenty of product. Always start in the middle, like I said earlier. We do our box. And then we'll do our wipes back and forth. Now you could be one of those and do the, perfect hash, God, I'm a bit sporadic. I'm out here going, shh, shh. This is good. All right, I had that a little too thick, so I went back over it a couple more times just to make sure. So here's that flashing. See the oil slick? It's different than the 3-year a little bit. 3-year has a different kind of oil slick to it. So you can see that. I'm gonna dab it with the microfiber to see. No impressions, just a little bit. Let set for a second or two more and then we'll flash off. Here goes our wipe down. Oh yeah. Well, the 8-year, it doesn't feel as slick initially, and then it kicks in. It's there now for sure. I may have laid it on a little bit thicker. I think it might be itself a little bit thicker. But yeah, that's nice now. And we have no high spots. Like that just went on so easy. Like I said, very comparable to DIY Detail and slicker than CSL to me. All right, we got Pan's spray sealant here, ceramic spray sealant. Just gonna do a couple of sprays into the microfiber. And then maybe do a slight little spritz on the surface here. And then we'll just kind of work it in with our Eagle 300. Well, it's not called an Eagle. It's just their edgeless 300 from Rag Company. And then when it's done, he said flip it and buff. Oh, that's slick. I would say initially slicker, obviously, than a ceramic coatings because you're kind of leveling those out a little more. This is all opinion, it's all subjective, but the gloss on the ceramics obviously to me is a little bit better. But that's really good. It went on good, slick, very easy to use stuff from everything so far. We're gonna let this sit for an hour and come back and check out our water behavior and then go do the tire dressing. All right, see the hood is already wet. I did a water behavior test and forgot to record it. So we're back here again. We have our Elia hose with our soaker nozzle 4 GPM. The beading on the 3-year and 8-year is really good, comparable to the Hydrolite that's up at the top. And do a cross. Obviously on the 3 and the 8, you can basically dry with water. The sealant is much slower, obviously. It's not as hydrophobic as the other two, but it's still amazing. Here's the behavior with the pressure washer gun. But I don't have much of a tire applicator, so I got this DIY detail ceramic coating one right here that we're gonna pour it into, and then we're gonna spread it out. Make sure you get it all in there. And also make sure you move the car forward to get under that area that you can't get to. It's been a little bit over an hour and the tire looks great. We're just gonna do 2 quick rounds. He says it's not like crazy round after round after round protection, but it should be able to handle this. Let's see. Now this bleach white is 14 pH, so let's try one more time and we're gonna scrub it in. It's still doing well. The brush on that part kind of broke it up right there a little bit, but it's still protecting, it's still beating on most of the tire. So 2 rounds of 14 pH. Well, there you go. And what is my opinion on the products? I think they're all great. I think they are top-notch chemicals. Can I say they're the best? I can't really say they're the best because I haven't tried everything. I mean, and I'm probably not ever going to try anything. This is just like a one-time thing. I'm not, any of you brands, do not reach out. I did this, I did mainly for Pan because I like Pan and I know Pan, but I'm going to be honest about the products. I can't say best, definitely top-notch. I would say pricing wise, I thought they were going to be higher than they are because he said these premium prices, HDPE bottles, and all that kind of stuff. But it's very on par with DIY detail in pricing. Sometimes maybe $1 more a bottle, and some it's $1 or $2 less a bottle. The scents, I mean, most of them smell like shampoo, conditioner. I'm not a scent guy, not a color guy. I think those are things that don't need to be in the bottle. They just need to do their job and clean. But a lot of people like that experience. It's like a whole experience. For me, the foam is all I need. Most of it's like shampoo, conditioner, the type smells, except for the shampoo. The shampoo is a very fruity peach pear to me, and it's very subdued. Did foam, but I had to use the 2 ounces, so comparable to my favorite Incredible Suds. It's not on the same level of foam at 1 ounce, but I do like the fact that it's a little bit thinner, and I could use a proportioner, and it mixes a lot easier for sure. Slickness is there, everything's there, but I can't say it's any better than Incredible Suds. Slickness is very subjective. Rinseless, I myself still prefer DIY Detail V1 because I like the clear. I don't like the milky, and also like the foam of DIY Detail. But it cleaned amazing. You saw dead in the sun, dried up, came right off. It did everything it was supposed to do. The sponge cleaned itself. Uh, what else could you ask for? I mean, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. At some point, you just can't get any better than that, right? I cannot give any determination on tire dressing because I haven't used one in years. But it went on easy. I let it dry for about 2 hours. You saw the hydrophobics of it being sprayed down. 2 rounds of pH 14 on the second round. We did the brush and it did start to break down. But when you use protection like that, you don't need a pH 14. That's just for YouTube. That's just to show it getting beat up. And any protection over time on a pH 14 is going to break down. You're just going to use the shampoo with a brush because the protectant is going to keep the tire clean. The spray polish, I actually think it's the best that I've tried so far. There's only 2 spray polishes. There's DIY Detail and there's Pans. They're very comparable in performance. I do think Pans slightly less residue on the wipe. The wipe is a lot easier. You don't need that extra effort. So I think that polish really good. The sealant remains to be seen. Went on real easy. We didn't streak. You see it on the panel. It did really well. It's on a panel with 4 top-notch ceramic coatings. It's not going to perform like them. But we'll see on that panel over time. That panel gets abused and we'll see how it works. If it gets, I think with the abuse that I put it through, it's going to last just a couple of months. It's not going to last 6 months, not going to last a year because nobody is going to put it through what I'm going to put it through. So ceramic coatings, amazingly easy to install. I'd say right on par, maybe slightly less than Hydrolite. Above DIY Detail 8 and 3-year on the ease of install. The 8-year had a better flash for me than the 3-year. Could have been technique, but the 8-year from Pan flashed really well. It's very easy to see, easy level, basically levels itself. You're just gonna spread it around and then you're gonna go back and buff and it's good to go. Performance-wise, I'm not sure yet, but initial water behavior better than the 8 and 3 from DIY Detail. Not better than Hydrolite when Hydrolite first went on that panel. The Hydrolite on that panel has been through a lot, but initially Hydrolite was definitely a little bit better water behavior-wise. So these are available at the House of Rags. You can use code CARSWITHKEAV. I believe it says 5% on the clean products, 10% on everything else. So much stuff that I use on one site. It's becoming my one-stop shop. So don't check out the links below for anything else. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Foam cannon here for the... See, I turn it on. Holy crap, and I didn't have that secured. That's a blooper. Oh my gosh. No way did that go in there. No. Oh my gosh. Now, if you noticed on top of these are digital. Oh, my knees. Let's definitely say it's a little bit better than the DIY Detail 8. I definitely say it's a little bit better than DIY Detail. I would definitely say it's. I will say that. Hey.